Hi, you are a CA student and you've attempted your exams many times. Sometimes it is your inter exams, sometimes it's your final exams, and perhaps you are left with just one group, or you are a person who has got more than one group left, whatever it may be. When the number of times the attempts are taken, at some point, your family would want to look at you and ask you the question that, are you sure you can do it? Or altogether avoid asking the question. And then you bump into classmates from school or college in the airport or in some social gathering, and they ask you the question, hey, have you cleared the exams? So then you start fumbling, trying to justify. And, you start also thinking that I perhaps must not go to these social gatherings because this is getting too embarrassing. Now, if all this is happening to you, let me assure you, you're not alone in this. You definitely know that a majority of the students who take up the exams happen to fail, and a very few get through the exams. And they are the ones who really, of course, do very well. And whereas you have all the talent, all the knowledge, all the competencies, but you're left in a position where you perhaps get to do a part of the job or the full suite of, the activity that's required in the office, but you get a fraction of the salary. I think you know what I'm talking about. And that is the reason why I've come up with something for you. You all have heard about alternative courses. There was a time when Swiss watches used to dominate. There were no competitors. And if you wanted a branded, good quality watch, you would go and pay for the Swiss watch. And in no time, after this huge success, when they began to feel complacent that they will always do well, the Japanese came along with the digital watches. They were cheaper, they were precise, and they were trendier, and they took over the watch industry. Same thing happened to Nokia. Nokia was like, we have no competitors. Our customers love us. But love is one thing and trend is another. So people who love them went on to buy the smart watches and smartphones. And now, the watch industry and the phone industry is like completely transformed. So, why am I saying this? The same thing is happening in the finance industry, the industry where the education in finance and risk has been altering at a very rapid pace. Today, any good finance course needs to incorporate ESG, AI based analytics, IFRSs, and all these things which are very required, not just trendy. And that is the reason why ACCA, Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, comes in the picture. Now, why is ACCA important? It's a global recognition course. 180 countries recognize the course, and you can do the course in a very modular manner. For example, CA student who's already passed a CA intermediate exam, in which case, out of the 13 ACCA papers, you already have a demonstrated competency in 6 papers, and you get exemptions out of the 13 papers. You don't have to write 6. So, why ACCA again? Because it is globally recognized and because it is modular in nature in terms of the exams. There are 4 windows. For example, knowledge level 3 papers, you can choose the order. Skill level 6 papers, you can choose the order. And professional level, there are 4 papers. And these papers are very, very relevant to what's happening in the world around you. Risk management, financial strategy, performance management, advanced audit and assurance, and of course, IFRS, ethics and governance, faithful representation, which is substance over form aspect, which is very, very important in today's reporting scenario. You also have a paper called Strategic Business Leadership. And in this paper, you will walk through 3 different levels of leadership: operational, managerial, or tactical, and strategic. And this paper is like a winner because, in today's world, it is not just the hard skills or technical knowledge that is going to take you far. It is the soft aspects, the people skill, the leadership skill, and also business skill, of course, which you're learning through case related questions. Now, I want to also share my own journey. I'm a chartered accountant for 33 years, and with much struggle, of course, I got through the exam, but it took me 7 years. And I remember bumping into friends in the railway station and other places, and they were all, they had gone quite ahead in life. And I was just starting my career. And I always had this experience that, I've started about so many years late, right? I know that you can relate to what I'm saying because some of you might be in the same position that I'm talking about that I was in so many years ago. And I really don't want people to go through this. Today, as a CEO of iBAS Global, which is International Business Accounting School, we've been in existence for 16 years, supporting young people like you to find their dream job, to find their confidence back, and to know that they're not failures. It's just that you have so much of experience which you can convert and transform into your success. So here I am to talk to you about my program called CA to ACCA Rise Again. You know what? I want you to rise again, and you can. You can be globally competent, globally qualified, all in a matter of 2 years or even lesser than that, right here sitting in India or any country that you're sitting in. And I'm here myself. And I say I mean my entire team of senior finance professionals and risk professionals. And you want someone to hold your hand and take you safely from one end to the other, like deliver, onto you your qualification. And that's what we do. We don't just teach. Our model of customized learning pathway ensures that teaching is one thing. Anybody can claim that we have taught you, but what about standing for the student to get through all the exams successfully? That's what we do. So we really claim boldly that we are giving more than 95% success in the first attempt. And we say there is not a single case of failure in our institute. Once you pay the fees for coaching, we do not charge you again until you pass all the papers. And you don't have to write many attempts with us firstly, but just in case you have not gotten through to whatever reasons, we are going to be there to hold hands with you, to give you your confidence back, and to make sure that you cross the journey in a very, very smooth manner. So, ACCA is your place to go, the course to go to, and the place and the course and the future that you really want to have. So, here I am to invite you into my webinar. I've given the link. You just have to click on the link, and which is just to make sure that, I want your commitment. Okay. Register, fix the date, have a notebook ready, and make sure that you're not disturbed. You tell everybody in the family or office that you want to focus on this particular webinar. Be there with me for 2 hours. I'll walk you through the entire journey. At the end of the 2 hour, I'm going to give you an extraordinary, offer that you will not want to refuse. So it's going to be an exciting 2 hours because you're going to step into a new future. A small step would take you to the next level of your life. So please listen to a very seasoned professional who is on your side asking you to come and jump in. I'll see you in the webinar. Thank you so much for listening to me.